I haven't fixed a broken page in years, but my clients' traffic and revenue just keeps on climbing. And if the SEO you've hired is just sitting there and spending a bunch of time on fixing broken pages, you need to get rid of them and move on. They're wasting your time and your money. You see an error pop up in an SEO tool and you instantly begin to fix it. You're sat there manually redirecting pages. You're fixing these broken pages and it feels productive. You think you're making progress, when in reality it's not moving the needle forward for your business. In this video, I'm going to show you why fixing these broken pages is a complete waste of time and what you need to do instead in order to increase your bottom line through SEO. The biggest reason why fixing broken pages is a waste of time is because Google already knows that websites aren't perfect, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with having 404 errors. A few broken pages doesn't really matter. Even lots doesn't really matter. The websites that get the most traffic have lots of broken pages. But there are two instances where you should be fixing broken pages. So first of all, if you're getting traffic to pages that are broken, guess what? Fix them, because people are going there. And what you can do is use a 404 monitor. And if you're on WordPress or Shopify, any popular CMS, you can just download a plugin and extension and it'll show you which pages people are clicking on that are broken, and you can just fix it as time goes on. That's the efficient, lean manner you should be doing your SEO. And then pages that are receiving some good quality, and I emphasize good quality links that are broken, you want to take advantage of those links. That's when you should fix that broken page. And when it comes to fixing broken pages, it's like cleaning a cobweb in an abandoned part of your house. If you're in the cellar, it's at the very bottom and there's a few cobwebs on your window, are you going to be obsessing over it? No, because no one ever goes to that area. But your kitchen is where everyone hangs out and it's a complete mess. But you're concentrating on this part. Pay attention to this. The first thing that you need to do instead is create new commercial pages. And I'll give you different examples. So let's just say you're an e-commerce business. You're going to create more category pages through different seasons. So let's just say you sell clothes. Well, you can create a page for men's winter jumpers, men's winter shirts, women's leggings, whatever, for the occasion, maybe Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever. If you're selling 4K TVs, you'd want to do on different technical specifications. So you'd have a category for gaming TVs, for TVs that are for people who want to be productive, TVs that are 4K for 1080p. And you'd basically exhaust this list. You'd make that list and you'd exhaust it. If you're a SaaS business, you're selling software, what you do is you target keywords where people are in the consideration stage. So for example, best X for Y types of keywords, or troubleshooting keywords, so they're not sure how to fix something, and you show them how, and then you pitch your software in that content. If you're a local service business, you'd create new location pages. So if you're in a particular county, you'd create different pages in terms of which cities you serve in that county, which towns, which areas, the cardinal direction like North London, South London. And you'd basically create a list of these pages that you serve and exhaust that list, create all those pages. And if you're looking to scale your business through SEO, then I recommend checking out this page right here. Watch this 2-minute video. It'll clarify a bunch of stuff. You can check out my client results. And here's the thing, you can watch these videos and piece together advice and hope for results, or just spend an hour with me where I clarify everything for you. And then you're going to optimize your current commercial pages. So what you're going to do is go to Google Search Console, click on Overview, Full Report, and then you'll be able to see the pages that are the most popular. And then what you're going to do is fill in the topic gap. So you're going to ask yourself 3 questions. What would people like to know about this topic that they themselves haven't even thought of? What perspective can I add to this page that the top 10 results have missed? And what data points would help the reader better understand this topic and can help reinforce my points? And when you add things like this, it's going to add more credibility and trust, not simply just from an EEAT perspective, but also from the user's perspective. And if you're really struggling to find these types of points, I've created this tool right here where you put in your competitor pages. So you type in your keyword and then put in the top ranking results, paste their URL right here, and it'll give you recommendations. And if you want access to this tool, you just need to Google Suggest Tools, click on this, and you'll have access to all my tools for free. Then you're going to use Google Search Console and AI to add keywords to the page. So pay attention to this, it's really important. So you're going to export all the queries from the page. So literally you're going to go to Google Search Console, and then you're going to click on a page, and then you're going to click on queries right here, and then literally all you're going to do is click on export. I like to download it as Google Sheets, and then you're going to use this prompt and pay attention to this. This page is about, and then put in your target keyword. Here are the queries I'm getting clicks and impressions from Google search. Add these queries to my page, but not queries that have already been mentioned on the page. And these queries must make sense to add to the page. If you believe any of these queries are irrelevant to the page, don't add them to my content and then just paste in your content. So what you're going to do is add the prompt right here, and then it's going to ask for the queries, then put in the queries as well as add in your content that you want to add the queries to. Then of course pre-through the content and then add it to your page. You want to make sure it makes sense, because remember, these are tools, you should be checking them. And then you want to optimize the meta title for clicks. This is really important, because if you don't get the clicks, then all of what we did was unimportant. It was just a waste of time. So you're going to ask yourself these 3 questions. First of all, what's the biggest frustration behind the search? Then you're going to ask, what's the emotional driver, the pain, desire, is it urgency? Then what outcome are they hoping for? So for example, let's just say you're selling athletic massage guns. Pain relief is the biggest reason why they'd buy it, and then followed by faster recovery, and then stress reduction. So I created this meta title, athletic massage guns, so we got the exact match keyword in there. That relieve pain and recover faster. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to add stress reduction because it would have cut off. And if you want to see if your meta title cuts off, just download the Easy SEO extension, and you can just put in whatever title in here, and if it's too long, it'll say it's too long. And fixing 404 pages is like fixing a bucket with a hole in. You're plugging it and you're thinking you're saving that water, you're being productive, when in reality there was never any water to start off in the first place. So that was just a complete waste of time. But when we're creating commercial pages, we're actually producing a lot of pressure and a lot of water. And then we're optimizing those pages, which is creating a lot more pressure, therefore a lot of water, aka more revenue. And if you're like me, you like to write content once and that's it, something that's going to rank for years. And that's why I'd recommend checking out this video right here.